Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jesse Jackson III. I am the best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'Em Out book and training series. I'm really excited about what we're doing now as we begin to expand on helping schools to take that next step in dealing with issues of behavior, dealing with issues of professional conduct. What we found is that we have to put a heavy emphasis on workplace environment. You know, as I study behavior for a living, and I study ways to deal with behavior issues of the toughest cases in the world. And the thing that I consistently find with students and adults is that the workplace environment or the school environment can actually give way or give energy to negative behavior. What we found was that when there's a negative dynamic between the adults in a building, we have found that that school is going to have behavior issues. Why don't you think this through? There are certain environments that are tough already because where we're located and the clientele we're going to bring to the table. That's one component of it. But think this through. When the adults don't get along, I have found that a tone is set that gives a kid a sort of a green light to misbehave. What am I saying? I always ask this question: what gives birth to a rebellious child? And it's parental conflict. What people fail to understand about children is that they are always observing the environment. And what I have found is that in our workplaces, we are having an unprecedented level of conflict among the adults. Now notice what I said, conflict. Conflict is negative. This means we are not on the same page. We are not going in the same direction. And I was able to uncover at one school that had A+ teachers. There's no reason we shouldn't have been tested well. Absolutely no reason. But they never did. And so as we got in there and got to taking a look at it, and they've been trying models for years and years and years, new initiatives, and when I got in there, I seen the first thing I said after being there for 15 minutes is these people don't like each other. And the principal said to me, "Why you say that?" I said, "I can tell." And the look on his face was like, "I've always known that. I just didn't know it matters." Oh my God, are you serious? Oh my God, yes. It exactly dictates, particularly in certain environments. Now, once again, if you work in a traditional environment where the kids have their parents who already set them up, or their parents are their support, then that type of stuff gets overlooked all the time. But if you are in a Title I environment, a free and reduced lunch environment where people are coming from negativity, if I am coming from negativity and I'm going to try to go to school in negativity, you got no chance to win. So what we've spent our energy is moving forward, going into 2018, going into 2019, 2020, these next 3 years, I've uncovered it, and I know what it is now. It is making sure the dynamic of the adults and the healthy adult relationship that creates a climate and culture and the energy is always in a good, healthy space. What we're seeing is this. These are major school problems, and I call these are leadership issues, but there's a hostile work environment. We're not on the same page. They feel unsupported. So now it seems like you might have the APs against the teachers, and they feel like, when we give you a referral, you're not backing us and you're sending the kid back. And it seems to be a tumultuous relationship right there at that middle level management, and they're not getting any production. There's blaming. It's always someone's fault. The competition and cooperation are very low. There's no chemistry among teammates, and unhappy folks are bringing their personal problems to work. What we're seeing is an unprecedented level of employees and people who are in management that are dealing with depression and personal issues. People going through divorce. People are having financial issues. I can think of several colleagues right now that are going through marital difficulty, going through a divorce right now, real time. But they run districts. They run schools. And so what folks don't realize, in our business, we forgot that we're human. We forgot that we were human. And so now we're a robot and now we're a model. And that's what we want to put together, those things. But then when we don't get results, then all of a sudden we need a new model. When the truth is the energy must be placed on people development. We're in the helping people business. We make humans for a living. If the human beings are having personal problems, you take a place like right along that Gulf Coast and down there in Texas and Houston and Mississippi, those folks lost everything. But those kids are still going to school. I got teachers that lost everything. But now it's like we overlook that and we assume people have this button that's called this professional button. And the truth is you got to be taught how to be a professional. You have to be reminded how to be a professional. You have to be shown how to be professional. You have to be shown what's appropriate and what's not. And that's called training. But I guarantee you, very few school organizations give detail to the fundamentals of human interaction and people development, and we skip over it. We will do what's called a professional training, and we'll get a lawyer to come give us the talk about in the employee handbook and workplace rules. And guys, we're missing it all the way because that's legislation. That's not the reality of what people are dealing with. When people are going through personal problems, now they'll say the old model was, go to the EAP program, go to counseling, do things like that. Keep your personal problems out of the school. And guys, that's a great concept. It's not reality because personal problems are dominating workplaces worldwide, particularly our schools. What we found is that the adults that have as many, if not more, personal problems and traumas than the children they're trying to help. So it seems wise to me, if that's reality, and it is, let's go that direction. We have great models. PBS, awesome. Restorative practices, awesome. But guess what? They'll be marginal because you need people who are in a good place to be able to consistently execute those models. So this is what I'm saying. We will always search for something new. We're looking now, it's trauma-informed care. So now people go learn about traumas. But guess what? They're not learning about their own. They're not getting help for their own. They're still focusing on the kid. No, first rule of life change and excellence is know thyself, help thyself. When you're on an airplane and the mask drops, what do they say? Secure your own mask first before helping others. This, folks, is the magic formula to building healthy school culture and climate by making folks aware of exactly where the adults are in their mind, in their spirit, in their professional conduct. How are we engaging as adults? Sometimes we have set a horrible model for the children. They see the teacher don't like their boss. They see there's a divide. And what do all children do? Even the good ones take advantage. It leads us to the last one, trust issues. We don't trust each other. I got the greatest question yesterday from a tenured teacher. She said, why is it we can't unify? We're talking about race issues and we're talking about issues in their school. And she was like, because I made a statement that I don't think y'all will be able to get together because nobody here, likes each other and wants to get along. I made that statement. It was absolutely what we were dealing with and everybody knew it. But the lady said, well, why is that? Why can't we unify? Why don't people say good morning? Why don't we speak to each other? We don't trust each other. And so when people have been hurt a lot in their life, they've been abused, they've been fired from previous jobs, and they have history, that trust meter and that trust between us as colleagues is very minimum. A lot of people have been stabbed in the back. A lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people have been thrown under the bus. And now trust issues are dominating our workplace environment, our schools. And if that's the case, we always know we're going to lose. And that's what's going on. This is what I found is the master key foundation principle that is giving all the birth to the negative behavior. If you are having struggles with behavior in your school, I am giving you the magic formula, the starting point, and the understanding point that will help move your school out of that negative place. And for many of you, you know that the principal can facilitate this process, but the principal themselves can't do it alone. Sometimes it's going too far. Sometimes you know you're losing your team. You know you're not getting the progress you want. And so the purpose of the help and the guidance of an advisor, someone who trains in these areas, is to make the job easier on management. The job is hard enough. Let's be smart about how we're going about it. And this is what we are here to do. I'm asking right now. There are thousands of you listening to me, and you know your school is not where it's supposed to be. If you know this is an issue. You know there are real-time workplace issues that are giving birth to negative classroom management, negative workplace environment, and climate and culture. If you know this is your issue in your district, if you know this is the issue in your management team, be proactive, be smart, reach out, call, talk, ask for help, get on the calendar, and get your organization some help. You don't have to fail. Let me tell you, there are thousands of people in this condition, so you don't have to be embarrassed, but you do have to take action, because if you're the boss, you are duty bound to act. And what I'm showing you here is what thousands of workplace leaders are dealing with. And so please take action. If you know this is what you need, all of our information is below. Reach out. Let's get on the calendar, see if it can work out. Our calendar is full for a reason. Our calendar is full for a reason, so we're always trying to work things out to make opportunities for people to be able to get training. So the point is, people are getting answers. People ask for answers. We deliver answers. We don't sugarcoat. I don't do suggestions. I know what's going on. I know what to do. If you do it, it will work. If you do it, it will work. Why? Because it's people, and people are people. And so all people problems require a people solution. And if you do that, you're going to win. I'm Dr. Jackson. Hope these things help. Drop me a line. Let me know. I'm looking forward to working with you soon. Thank you. I'll see you next time.